Alrighty, traders, as you can see, I look like dog crap. It's been day three. We are day three at the moment right now. Busy analyzing the market, breaking it down based on what happened on Sunday evening open. We had a huge sell off in the Japanese market. Stock market followed suit, but we had a lot of manipulation in the market on specifically the US dollar CAD as well as the CAD Swiss. There was a lot of manipulation also on the Euro New Zealand dollar as well, and I'm sure plenty other pairs like the Aussie CAD. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a dive into it. We spoke about the Euro New Zealand dollar yesterday. We spoke about an opportunity and where price is going. We're going to go ahead and cover that in the session. But before I do, traders, let's go ahead right after this. Alrighty, traders. Well, welcome back to the session. We're going to go ahead and dive into it right now. I'm going to go ahead and just make a couple of switches here. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the markets, take a look and see what went down this week. We do know for a fact that we noticed that the market had a little bit of a shocker on the Sunday Open. Ever since then, we have recovered. And we also can see that the Dow's picking up a little bit as well in today's trading. The nickel 225 did recover. The index did recover in the Japanese market yesterday evening, and we've seen a little recovery this evening as well. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. Trust everyone is having a good rest of the week after the Sunday Open. And so let's go ahead and take a look and see what is actually shaking and baking in the marketplace. So let's go ahead and pop open the charts and let's take a look over here as we dive into the details. We can see that we did have some data coming out here on Tuesday. We had the cash rate. They kept the rates unchanged at 3.5%. Pretty much what the US did, and we also saw the monetary policy statement come out. Didn't see a whole lot of action out of the Aussie market. We had some action out this evening at 6:45 p.m. With the unemployment change out of the New Zealand dollar. And we're going to take a look at the Euro New Zealand dollar, how the market was affected by this. Take a look over here. This is a 30-minute time frame. And this was the open. This was the data that was reported. We see it's a 30-minute time frame. We see price shooting down, comes back up. Check that out. I mean, let's go deeper into this right here. Comes back up. We see a fair value gap sitting here on the 30-minute time frame. Look how the market respected that level with this big indecision candle sitting up over here. And then what happened after that? Price just fell off the back right there, and you can see that this was since it rejected that level there. You can see we had a move that dropped about 133 pips from that point onwards. We started talking about trading opportunities right here at the top. If you go to the daily time frame, you can see when price rejected this level right here, the next trading day was definitely an opportunity to go ahead and look to sell. And take a look at there. From that opening down to where we are now, that was a 289 pip opportunity. And are we done yet? Is this the end of the ride for this particular pair? And the answer to that is no, sirree. It is not the end, because we still got to take out the sweep, or at least sweep the low down here at 80.77. So we got at least another 100 pips to go before we sweep the low. And then, of course, we're going to pick up some resistance of this as well. So there might be a bounce of that. I am currently holding on to a position. I'm selling at some of my positions. I'm taking some off the table. Once the market sweeps the low right here, we'll see a market structure shift. That means price is probably going to go ahead and target this liquidity draw right here at around about 73.80. So we're certainly not done with this pair heading down south. And so, just like Trump would say, drill, baby, drill, we're going to say sell, baby, sell on this particular pair. All right, sell, baby, sell. Now, let's go ahead and dive into the two pairs that have been really hard. I've been speaking to a lot of clients, speaking to a lot of investors that have been in on the CAD Swiss in the US dollar space, and people have been taking a beating. There's no doubt about it. But traders, this is not the time to sit in the corner and weep about your losses. I get it. I feel you. Look here, if I didn't go through the same sort of issues that you may have gone through back in my days, back in the times that I've been trading, I also went in a little bit more aggressive on trading. I've also blown up trading accounts. I've also gone through that loss. But listen here, if I can do it still after 30 years and still be here today, trading this market, then you must believe that there's hope behind every door, all right? And so I want to go ahead and give everyone a little more encouragement this evening, knowing that I've got close people that I've heard that have lost money and really taken a beating. And I understand. Trust me, I'm not being unsensitive at the moment right now. I'm just trying to pick you up and make you feel or make you realize that there is hope for those that have beat up by this manipulation right here. It's been deep manipulation. I mean, we just saw a stock market just go boom. In fact, if you actually take a look at the candles, and I have to go ahead and show you this because I think it's important for you to realize, if you haven't already, realize the significance of what went down. I sound like Kamala Harris. The significance of the other significance of the significance of the significant. Oh, you know what? Let's just move on. All right. So this is the thing right here. We've got the details in the sand right here. We can see that. Look at these bars. These are daily candles right here. Look how the market's been moving for years. I mean, really. And in just a matter of seconds, if I may say, not quite. This is, of course, daily candles, but it felt like it. Look how the market priced down right here. This is huge. This is the biggest sell-off that I've seen. Well, we can certainly say for a very long time. Major sell-off right here. But what's interesting, traders, is that we can see here there was accumulation, price manipulated up here. We saw a breakout right here, a false breakout. Price came back in. We knew that the liquidity draw was down here. And what happened? Boom, chicka boom. Price just went all the way back down here without any questions. Really cruel, really violent as we see price continue to work down. Hey, Janet, how you doing? Doing fine. Good stuff. I hope you're doing great. Janet, well, Janet might be very happy and very pleased to know because we've got some positions holding on her account. And this is right here, looking at the Euro New Zealand dollar. We've been selling off at the top here. We added positions, or at least we've been selling on this. We've added some new positions on this, and we're in the money on that. This is doing exactly what we were hoping for. We didn't expect this manipulation as bad as what it did. It did manipulate much higher. And so we had to be really, really sure about this. And the one thing I regret on this is that we didn't actually short at the top here. We had to wait for the market to confirm some downward movement on the lower time frame. But there it goes, my friends. Looking for the market to sweep the low there as we go ahead and chase off to some deeper profits. Now, let's take a look at what's going on with the US dollar CAD. So US dollar CAD, once again, huge manipulation on the market right here. But we eventually swept the low right here. All right, we've swept the low. I like the way we are sitting at the moment right now. Go to the daily time frame. There's the low that we swept right here. Price is trading a little bit below this this high right here. So traders, where's the next liquidity target? It's down here. We're on our way down to 35.90. All right, we'll see what the market does at this level. Hopefully, this would be exactly what we think it's going to be, and that is manipulation turning into distribution, and that is meaning that we've got this and that. That's what's coming up over here. All right. So we got a lot of things happening here. Now, traders, I want to go ahead and say a couple of things here. I know that there's different types of strategies that can be traded. All right. You can trade strategies with cost averaging. You can trade strategies with stop losses. And you can trade strategies with cost averaging and stop losses. What? Yes. All right. You can have both. All right. Very much the same. We can trade with cost averaging and stop losses. Simply what you do is you find a swing, you trade it, you cost average in, but you also put a hard stop somewhere to say, let's stop the bleeding when the market does not do what we expect it to do. It's possible and it's going to be done. Now, we are going to, if you haven't followed us already, we are going to be doing that at Traders Network Club. For those that don't know, we're going to be implementing 3 ways to trade the market: cost averaging, stop losses, and stop losses with cost averaging. All right. But enough of that. We're going to share a little bit more about that in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session is not going to be the discussion that we're having now. It's going to be more tuned around what now. So that's the video that's going to take place tomorrow, is the what now video, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that and share exactly what the idea is moving forward in this sort of environment that we're trading. But yeah, we're expecting price to move down a little further down here. So the US dollar CAD doing exactly what we wanted to do, and we needed to continue to work its way back down. And the lows down here, 35.88, 35.90 is the downside target. So traders, so just FYI, if we go to the 4-hour time frame, right, these are the things that we're going to be paying attention to here on the 4-hour. I've got a lot of stuff in here. I do apologize. My charts are pretty packed and ready to rock and roll. But let me go to the 1 hour and see if I can get some details here. All right, so here we go. So if I look at the details here on the 1 hour time frame, I'm looking for markets to break structure. So as we go ahead and put in some details here, you can see here we got a nice sell side move down here. We got price that actually created a turtle soup right here. You can see price moved above the high. Boom, boom. A lot of you that follow me would also recognize that as an irregular flat pattern sitting up there. And then we once again swept the low down here, the sell side, took the sell side out. We had displacement down below. Price came back up here to retest this resistance here. We also see that there is a fair value gap sitting up a little bit higher right here, which I am monitoring. There's the fair value gap sitting over here. We haven't gone ahead and filled that. And then we've got all right, we've got this order block sitting over here. That's going to be obviously a thing to watch for as well. So we could see price wanting to come up a little bit here and then drop back down. So I won't be surprised if it does, but I do believe it's going to hold. All right, hold below the high and hold at the fair value gap here. That is the 1 hour. If I look at the 4-hour time frame, we have a huge fair value gap sitting here on the 4-hour. Okay, and that may just be what we need to keep things below this low. There's a huge fair value gap right here, and you can see that we are pushing off that. That's definitely acting as a brick on the market right now, and we should be expecting price to continue to work its way back down. So this is something that's really excited me on this particular pair. And I'm pretty happy where it's at right now. What I do want to see is this fair value gap right here on this 4-hour. I'd like to see price actually break below it. This 4-hour candle right here didn't like it. All right, didn't like that. But I do see a fair value gap here. So we squeezed between 2 fair value gaps right here. Let's see what breaks first. And I think we're going to break out to the downside. Let's go take a look at the next pair. Next pair is going to be our most favorite pair in the marketplace right now, and that is, of course, the CAD Swiss. And I say that with a straight face too. Here we go, CAD Swiss. We did have a little bit of trading yesterday. Today's trading has been a lot better than we had before. What I'm enjoying right now is that we're blowing through, or at least trying to blow through, this fair value gap on the daily time frame. We want to get above that, but above the daily high right there at around about 6,300. Once we get above 6,300, I'm going to feel a little more comfortable with the fact that we are now starting to see some upward trends holding. If I go to the 1 hour time frame, if we look at the 1 hour time frame right here, and let me go ahead and actually just clean up house here. If we look at the 1 hour time frame, what I like about the 1 hour time frame is that we are seeing break of structure. Okay. So we just recently broke structure right here, and this is coming out of a little bit of range bound trading. So we should be seeing the price go back up to this liquidity high right there, around about 6,300. That's what we're looking for right here. That would be the draw of liquidity here on the 1 hour, as you saw on the 4 hour as well. So looking for price to continue. We're certainly not out of the woods. I won't say that we're out of the woods. I'm not saying that I'm in a comfortable position on the CAD Swiss, but everything is leaning in our direction for right now. Okay, so we'll allow the markets to continue. I'm also going to look at other pairs like the Euro Swiss, and pay attention to the Euro Swiss because if the Euro Swiss is going to climb, then that also means that we've seen some weakness out of the Swiss franc itself, which is personally, I like that because it shows further upside potential. Here is a 1 hour time frame. Now we saw a little bit of dip here, but it's starting to work its way back up again. Let's go to 4 hour. And if you look over here on the 4 hour, I don't see any gap here, but we do have a order block sitting over here. We're going to go ahead and mark that off. Maybe I have already done that. No, I have not. So there's an order block sitting over here. And I'm going to go ahead and mark that off as an order block. There we go. So we have an order block sitting over here. This is where the market's found a bit of support right here. And so we're expecting price to continue to break structure. And if it continues to break structure, we will then continue to see price chasing after this high right here at around about 94.39. So if we break that structure, we know that this is the draw. This is going to be the liquidity draw up here at the top. But if we break that structure, we know that we're still remaining on the buy side of the trend. So currently right now, not confirmed on the daily that we on the buy, on the 4 hour that we're on the buy side of the curve. But if we go here to the 1 hour, the 1 hour does confirm that. Now, this little sweep right here may concern a little bit of concern some traders, but this is I see this as maybe just a little bit of range bound trading. So coming off the high, come off the low right here, a little bit of range bound trading right here before price breaks up to the high. All right, so we're still looking good, and I'm still going to confirm that we are still on the buy side of the curve right here. And traders, it's important to be able to identify where we are in whether we're on the buy side or the sell side of the curve, so that we know which direction the markets are targeting liquidity. So that's pretty good right here. We had a couple of traders out with the JPY crosses that asked me a couple of questions on the JPY. If you've got any JPY crosses, let me know. If any of you have got, in fact, the people that are in the chat right here, go ahead and let me know. Type up in the chat right now if you're on any JPY cross. If you've been caught up in a JPY, you've been caught up in any pair, other than, of course, US dollar CAD and the CAD Swiss. Type it up, Karen. I don't know if it's Karen or Karen, but you're welcome. You're welcome. It must be Karen because it doesn't have the I. Gotcha. I'm sure that's okay. So it must be Karen. All right. Let's go take a look and see what do we have here with regards to trades. Now, Lewis says, yeah, should I add some positions? Lewis, if you're talking about the US, if you're talking about the Aussie, the Aussie CAD, if you're talking about the Swiss, the CAD Swiss, the answer to that is no. Don't be adding on this yet. All right. Don't be adding on this yet. All right. Okay. Someone's asked about the Aussie Canadian. All right, so the Aussie Canadian, if you're following our trade ideas, we are at break even at 90.34. See a little bit of a wick here at the top here on this 1 hour. Let's go take a look at the 4 hour. And let's see here. So we might need to do some additional homework here as price swept the high up here. Yep, let's go ahead and clean up house here. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on here. All right. So this is what you got to do. This is the 4 hour time frame. Let me see if I can pop open the daily if it gives me a better setup here. Okay. All right, traders, the question here is, and it's always going to be a question, you've got to find out what type of model are we trading, and what is the model that we are looking at right now. And then we're going to go ahead and look for an entry model, right? And so if we go on this chart right here, the first thing we pick up right here, we did see price sweep the low right there. So which means if price sweeps the low, doesn't stay below there, where's it going to go? Well, we've got to look for market structure change, and then we know that price is going to come and sweep the high at the top. So believe it or not, on the Aussie CAD long term, we're looking for price to go all the way up to the high here at 95.48. All right. So this is going to be our draw of liquidity. Let's go ahead and mark that off. Draw of liquidity is up here. And we're going to go ahead and, let's do this. Let's do, let me see if I got this as the draw of liquidity up here. No, I don't. Where's my tool here? Is it this? Maybe it is. All right, let's take a look here. So this is going to be the draw. Oh, I don't, but okay, let's go buy side. So we'll go buy side right here, but I'll also go and smash this in here and call it the draw. All right, so we got the draw of liquidity is up here at the top. This is where we're expecting price to eventually get to, and that is around about 95.48. All right, so there it is. Now, if we take a look at the inside internal structure right here, we'll see that we have a high up here. All right, this is going to be our sell side. Hold on, that's caught up with my indicator here. Hold on, it's not. I got it right there. There we go. All right, so we got buy side sweep right there. All right, that's good. We got another buy side sweep over here. Let's go ahead and put that in. So we got another buy side sweep right here. Let's go ahead and mark that off. Buy side sweep. So we want to see market take out buy side. This is buy side. We're looking at this as and I'm going to mark off the external lows and highs. This is going to be sell side right here. Okay. So if we look at the buy side and sell side, as I've broken it down right here, traders, we can see without a shadow of doubt that the market came here, that we had a reversal, sweeping the high right here, and we started heading north. So we're on the buy side of the curve, right? And this is important. This is very important right here. So this is the buy side of the curve right here. All right, so we're on the buy side of the curve. Let's go ahead and mark this off. We're actually going to let's do a proper job here with the breakdown. And let's see here. All right, let's go here, buy side. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. I got my, just help me, buy side of the curve. There we go, buy side of the curve. So we got the buy side of the curve sitting over here. All right, so traders, if you're on the buy side of the curve, what do we should be looking for? Buying opportunities. Now, this is the daily time frame though. And you can see we had this major sell-off. But even with that sell-off, did we take out the sell side? No, we did not. So if we get some reversal here, we're going to look for price to go back up north. So what we want to look for right here is do we see anything here that could give us a good level of support? So let's dive in a little bit closer up. Okay. And here is our setup right here. And by the way, just FYI, let's pull up, sorry, I'm diving into my chart here. Let's pull up this right here. What is that? That is a fair value gap sitting here on the daily time frame right there. This is important, traders. If you didn't know that already, this is vitally important right here. Now, this fair value gaps acting as support. See our price spiked through that right there and came back up. So what we'd like to see is price above here, and that'll give us a good confirmation that the market's moving back up north. Also, if we take a look at the internal structure right here, all right, here we see the price goes up, price creates a high here. We want to see the market actually showing a little bit of breakout here. All right. So we'd like to see the market break out through here before we actually go ahead and consider this to be a bullish move. We can also see right here, this is a daily. We can also see the market was range bound. This was the buy side of the curve. And now we're on the sell side of the curve on the daily time frame. So this is the sell side. Now, this is in the this is basically taking the internal structure and saying the internal structure currently right now is showing that we have a larger sell side of the curve move, but we are looking for price to switch, right? We're looking for price to turn around. We've got insufficiency that's already been struck, and we're looking for price now to sweep the high up here at the top. So we're looking for price to come to that high, sweep the high. Now, that means my draw would probably be up here to the top, just short of 9100. And so again, I'm seeing that there's a lot of evidence here indicating support is here and price is moving up. So what we're going to do now is move down to the 4 or the 1 hour. In fact, this is the 1 hour. Now, in the 1 hour, if we go over here, we can see the daily fair value gap right here that we're now trading inside. We can also see that the market's sitting into a range. Here's the range. And we want to see a breakout of this range, all right? And I can pull this a little bit closer up. The range actually may have started a little bit further here, about there. So we can say the price is moving in this range. Now, here's an internal 1 hour sort of target. And so if price comes back down here, I've got to look to see if there's any support that's going to be able to help it stay up. If we can see a little bit of a break in the market move back up. Now, if I take this range out of the equation and I go ahead and just take a look over here, what's supporting the market from going up? Look at this fair value gap sitting over here, and that is supported. So which means that if the market's going to range here and we see it bouncing back and forth, then it means that if we get this indecision right here, we could see price coming back down to here and then start breaking out. Now, if it breaks down and trades below this, then I'm probably going to anticipate the Aussie CAD to target these levels right here. This is going to be the short-term draw, which means this could be also turtle soup. Turtle soup means that the market is looking at a draw right here, but what ends up happening, price goes ahead and creates a reversal and does the reversal like this, sweeps the low down there, and then goes up towards the draw up here at the top. So we've got to watch out for that. It can happen. But what we want to do here is we want to buy if price comes down here. Now, if I go deeper over here, if I'm looking at this right here and I'm saying, okay, wait a minute, we have a little gap here. There's a fair value gap. This is a 1 hour, right? So we've got a 1 hour fair value gap here. We see price testing the high here at the top. We want to see a break of structure right here. So this is going to be a break of structure. All right. We haven't, if price rejects that level, then I would not even worry about this fair value gap here, because price is probably going to go ahead and sweep the lows down here and retest this fair value gap. So if we don't break above, then we're probably not going to pay attention to this. So this is really not, in this case now, because of this range, I'm not too excited about this fair value gap right here, because if we get price rejection, then price is going to chase after this drawdown here. This will be our target right about here. So we'll look for sell side down here. Now, if we break above here and price comes back to retest, I'll look for an opportunity to buy at support and trade long. So I do want to see that. I've got a target, by the way, just someone, if FY, this right here, this is my MSS intraday, or let's say internal draw. So I'm actually, if you're following any of my trade ideas, you'll start seeing me start packing at and getting out of this trade around about 90.80, because that is where I see my external draw, or at least in this case, the internal draw, because we've got a large swing. So this will be my internal draw right here. I think we can see it better on the 4 hour. Yeah, same thing. There it is. Internal draw is right there at around about 90.85. All right. So there it is there. I might even go ahead and put an alert there. As price goes to that level, go ahead and create an alert. Boom, done. So we've got an alert sitting up over there. Now, again, we've got to see a break above here. All right. The draws are up here. We should be seeing the market continue. And also, if we break above here, we will continue to rise up towards that level. But we've got to break above here. If we don't, we could see price coming back down here and turtle swooping down to the bottom right here. Take out this liquidity here. Come back into the fair value gap, or at least test it. We've got a breaker block sitting over here as well. So the breaker block will also act as a very key level as well. I'm going to go ahead and mark that off too, because when price does come back down, then this breaker block is going to be important for us to go ahead and want to buy off it. Or if we want to add new positions, then that's another option there. So I've got, let's see here. This is my breaker block there. There we go. So we could come back and retest that. Now, if you actually look over here, notice that price breaks up, comes back down. We really never reached that that area there. We did see a fair value gap here as price goes inside the fair value gap. We did see a test that, but we never test the breaker block. So if we fail to break above here, then traders, we're going to be heading south to about 65 pips. We're going to test that breaker block, and then from that point, we should see price coming back up to target this area right here, and that's going to be about 135 pips going north. Okay. All right. We got a couple of people throwing out a couple of options here. Let's go take a look at Euro JPY and the pound JPY. I said let's talk about JPY crosses. All right, so let's get some more data out of here. Yeah, look at this. So traders, if you look at the chart right here, all right, why do we have this big sell-off? Because if you look at your all-time high has been taken out right there. So a lot of liquidity up here at the top here. And after that was taken out, what happened? Sell off. This is definitely smart money pushing the market down. This is retail traders. This is the dumb money. This is where the dumb money. And hey, listen, I've been there. Trust me when I say. So this is the dumb money right here that is being swept, and you can see the smart money is pushing back down with these buying at premium, and sorry, selling at premium and picking up some big profits on this. Now, question here is where are we going? Well, the first thing here is we're going to go ahead and point out a couple of things. Here is one. Uh, you know what? I'm going to pull up this right here. This is old buy side. We want to mark it off. We said you want to go ahead and mark off this buy side right there. All right, just go ahead and mark that off. And then we're looking at sell side down here. And the reason why we want to look for external, that's external right here. This is going to be external sell side right there. And then we have another external sell side right about there. All right, so that's creating our swing points in the market, which is important. We have internal, right? Here we go, internal sell side right there. Sorry, this was buy side, internal buy side right here. I'm going to mark that off, internal buy side. And then as we go a little higher, we've got some more internals, but all right, so this is how we're going to look at this. Price goes up, takes out here. We have a breakout of there. So this is a break of structure coming over here. But price first went ahead and did this. We had a breakout here. So we're on the buy side. So according to this, we are on the buy side. Now, we're on the buy side until proven otherwise, which means, traders, this is the buy side of the curve right here. We're bullish. But what we're going to be looking for right here is, does price sweep the lows so that we can start looking for these liquidity drops right here? And so I'm looking over here and I'm going to target internal structure. So if price fails, and look at these internal structures right here. All right, we got internal low there. There was the high. So which means if we're going to see some market structure shift and a change of character, we're going to have to see the market do this. Take out that low, then start heading for liquidity lows. All right, so then we'll chase after these liquidities down here, these internals, eventually on its way towards there, unless we have reversal. So this will be the sell side of the curve with inside the bigger structure. And so let's go ahead and mark it off. All right, let's go mark this off. Here is the internal low. We'll probably pick that up in the 4-hour very nicely. And this is where I want to go ahead and see some market structure shift. Let's go to the 4-hour. Let's pick that up there. There's the 4-hour right here. And we can see on the 4-hour, we are seeing some change structure down south. That's been a lot of bearish movement right here. But you can see here, we got a break of structure there. We got, this is the break of structure we're looking for right there. And yeah, so according to this, we're looking for some pullback. Let's go to the data here. So you can see, always go to the larger time frame, see if you can see some fair value gaps to hold the market down. And we've got a lot to go ahead and cover here because we had a lot of gaps here. Here's one big gap here. So we could very much see price want to come back up to retest this area right here. And so we've got room for the Euros JPY to move up to here. And that's another 226 pips before we start seeing a sell-off. All right. So it looks like it's going up. Now, this is on the 4-hour. And if we go down to the 15, we probably see some structure breaks to the upside. So here on the 15, again, every time frame has its different structures, right? And so on the 15 right here, we can see that we are actually on the buy side of the curve because here is a high, there's a low, there's a high, there's a low. We broke structure right here. Price came back down here. You can see an order block and a fair value gap sitting over here. Price then goes up, creates a new high. Price comes down, creates a low. We had another high up here at the top. Oh, my handwriting is terrible, or at least my drawing. But this is the high right here. So we took a break of that high. Now we're looking for a break of this high. And if price fails, we might come back to sweep the low down here. All right. So if it fails over here, we're coming back down to here and we might see a bit of consolidation. So there could be a little bit of range bound trading on the JPY crosses right here. because we didn't see price sweep this low right there. That is actually going to be our sell side down here. That price may want to go ahead and draw before moving back up north. So let's go ahead and call it sell side right there. So we do have sell side right here. If we fail over there, we're going to come back down here. Just because we're range bound, because the market's not breaking out this range. So we're going to call this a range. This is going to be manipulation, and then we'll see distribution coming back down here. Okay, a little bit of the manipulation, not a very clear break, but still, with price doing this, we should be expecting price to come back down. All right. And so if you have to ask me, Big Dog, what do I do with the Euro JPY? Do I buy, sell? Right now, I would not be doing anything right now. I'll be waiting for the market to go ahead and create a model, and then use the model to be able to look for an entry model. Right. So you look at the bigger structure. Look for a model that's set up, whether it's accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Where are we with inside the model? Then go down to the lower time frame, establish a smaller entry model, and then use that to be able to enter the market. All right, traders, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I am sweating my ass off right now. For some reason, the aircon has gone rogue on me and not working. And so I'm sitting right now and I'm absolutely dying here. I'm in Florida with no air condition, so you can imagine how I'm feeling right now. So with that being said, traders, have a great rest of the week. This will be me done until tomorrow with the What Now video. So I'll be out again tomorrow for the What Now video, and we'll be talking about stuff in that video. If you want to go ahead and comment on this video and post stuff about what videos you'd like to see, or what breakdown you'd like to see in tomorrow's session, I can definitely prepare for it and have it ready for you tomorrow as the live session goes live. So with that being said, traders, have a fantastic evening. This is FX Big Dog, wishing you peace, joy, and successful trading. Until next time, happy trading.